Hey folks, welcome to Playing Traffic. Today's episode is coming from the east side of Atlanta, in Atlanta, east side. And actually there's a marker, a historical marker right here, talking about the Battle of Atlanta. Which would be Civil War based, okay? But that's not why I'm here today. I'm here because I'm a big fan of Coco Gauff, and who, by the way, recently won her second major title, the first American in 10 years, in a decade, to win the French Open. And it got me to thinking, like, oh, I wonder where she's from. Oh, guess where she's from? Atlanta, Georgia. And usually what I'll do is if I'm a fan, you know, from my channel, especially when it comes to pro wrestling, different things of that, whatever I'm a fan of. And I'm definitely a Coco Gauff fan. I did get to see both her major championships, both her major wins. I actually saw them, not in person. I got an interesting story to tell you after I show you this. So, like, when I did search Coco Gauff, and I was like, oh wow, okay, she's from Atlanta. Don't particularly know exactly where, out of, you know, protecting privacy. I'll leave that at that. But when you Google Coco Gauff Atlanta, you find this. So this would be a great time for a drone, because right here, and I don't know if this is to say this is Coco right here. Okay, you see this young lady getting ready to serve. There goes the ball over here, which would be a right hand. But what I do know is that in July, I believe, in 2023, they kind of started, I know it was at least by September, started renovating this tennis court here at Brownswood Park. And you could see some of the paint, and it really looks, and you know, we're talking about, we're in June of 2025, and this looks really, really good. I don't know when they finished it. Let me see if I can dig around and find that out. And maybe this is the artist's name who did the paint on this this tennis court. But yeah, so she donated a lot of money. Not sure exactly how much, but who cares? And this is what is, and this is what it was donated to fix up the tennis courts. And by the looks of this, they really did a great job. Matter of fact, there's even some stuff, like there's a garden over here on the other side of this court. I wonder if that was part of the renovation too. And there's a further renovation further up the way, up the hill here. I'll show. But look, is that Coco? I don't know. Walking away from it. Never put a limit. Never put a limit. It's the words of, you know what? Can I get it right? See, never put a limit on your dreams. Well put. And that's what our paint here is. So that is very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, so never put a limit on your dreams. And here's the final word right here. And maybe that is the artist. Drew Borders. Well, I'm gonna do some research, and you know me, I'll text it in there. But what do you think, BRAXYB? Is that Coco?
I don't know.
Who knows, right?
I don't know.
But there's two images. So it's basically images of black women, one here and one down here. Yeah, this would be good. This would be definitely a good drone spot. But yeah, this is it. And this is Coco Gauff's giving back to basically her where she was born and raised initially. I don't know for how long. Wikipedia says her parents had they moved to Florida to better. They knew they had a prodigy in tennis. Hey, because guess what they have? A prodigy in tennis. That first U.S. Open. So they had like they had a groundbreaking introduction or press conference in this area. Right around, just say roughly between July and September of 2023. Well, Coco played in the U.S. Open September of that year, and I had been following her career. And you're talking about what? She's 21 now. She was 19-ish, 19 when she played in that U.S. Open. And the odds. Matter of fact, she played the same player, Sabalenka. She played the same player in both of those major title wins. And Sabalenka, and I don't know back then, but I know she was world #1 women's player. This year when Coco won. So I had to work that night, and I was at the Wells Fargo Center, and it was a dark night, and a dark night is when there's no event. So me and another gentleman were like, oh, this is going to be an easy night. He put the TV on in the one point spot that we are stationed at. And I go, yeah, I got to follow because Coco Gauff's in the U.S. Open. He goes, oh yeah, I know. We're gonna watch that. Yeah, me and him, we both watched it, and like we're yelling in the arena. You're talking about an empty 20,000 seat venue. Just so excited about the match was so riveting, you know what I mean? Like we were sitting there like, holy cow. And then she won. In the beginning she wasn't doing as well, almost like the French Open. She didn't open well there at the French Open, but then over time, with the physical aspect of the game and the mental aspect of the game, she won both them titles in the long haul. Okay, so that's it. But yeah, it was like, let me stop out here and see the great Coco Gauff, and young, 21 years of age, two-time major title winner, and see what her contribution was. And I think this is 2 years removed from when they did the groundbreaking. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple more details. But I think it's spectacular. Coco in conjunction with art in the paint, and I guess that may very well be where that artist came from. They collaborated with her investment in this area, an under-resourced public park in the city of Atlanta. Oh, by the way, Coco, I did notice, lived in Powder Springs. And yeah, so when she was here, first 7 years of her life. But so Coco Gauff, along with actress Storm Reed. BRAXYB, who's Storm Reed?
She's a young black actress. She's been in a lot of stuff, but the last thing I had seen her in was she played Zendaya's little sister in Euphoria.
Okay.
She seemed like a sweetie pie girl.
I saw a reference to The Last of Us.
I don't watch that.
Okay, she don't watch that. Then yeah, I'm not. And this is our TV
She was in The Nun
expert.
too.
Oh, okay. Okay, Storm Reed. So those two helped, and this is very pretty right here. So, and a completely renovated 3 tennis courts right here in Brownswood Park. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. So yeah, Art in the Paint is an Atlanta-based non-profit organization, kind of combining art and athletics. You know, and let's close this. And look at this. Look at this over here. This is really pretty. So one of the things that we did do, or I did searching, was Coco. Like, I'm assuming she really digs the Atlanta area, because she did an interview talking about all the things that she likes, whether it's shopping and restaurants. And I will say right now that she really likes the Krog Street Tunnel, because I did see a mention of the graffiti and, you know, mural action that's in that area. So I thought that was kind of cool. This is neat. Look at that. And then you have right over here, you have the courts. Right there.
I think it's tomatoes and basil.
Yeah, this is well taken care of. Anytime I ever saw these plants, these right here, this vine,
Yeah.
I not knowing what poison ivy was, that I always thought there was poison. Like, I know there were like weeds back in my neighborhood.
Zucchini blossom?
Huh?
I don't know. See, I don't know my little plantsies.
Like that. We used to have fuzzy ones like this in the neighborhood, and I was like, yo, we would, you know, of course we push each other into them because we were kids. And then,
because y'all was kids, because y'all was naughty.
Yeah, we were naughty. But then we would be like, oh, now you're going to get poison ivy.
How nice.
Yeah. Isn't that great? Okay, we're heading out in the, I think we're pushing around 95 today. That's not,
Ew.
That's before the heat index, I know. Yeah.
Why did you make me come out?
Because I knew there was going to be this shade. Quality shade, you know? But yeah, I just wanted to stop out and recognize what Coco did here at Brownswood Park. Again, east side of Atlanta. And it's continuing in this park, because check this out. So I don't know if this was part of the renovation. I know they had a press conference and Coco was here, and I'm gonna see if I put some links in my description. Well, where that was actually taking place. This kind of looks new, but then they're doing something over here too as well. And ooh, chalk. And yeah, can't really obviously tell from this, but it obviously looks like more renovation of some sort. And yeah, is this stuff for kids only?
I would think so, yeah.
Because that looks interesting. I think, yeah, this, we'll see what this, they'll come back and take a peek at this and see what might be happening here.
It looked like they're going to put a stage or something.
It does look like that, yeah. It absolutely does. Okay. So, this is, see, this gives you that quality swing with obviously different, look at the vibe here, let's see. Look at that.
I feel like the saucer swing is nice, but it wasn't for you. But okay.
Look at the legs already getting it going. Whoop, the left one doesn't go as high as the right one, look. Yeah. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Oh, he just blew it in up. Have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll see you next episode. And here from Brownswood Park, we're gonna go. We're gonna be here from Brownswood Park. We're gonna go get some shade, and see you next episode.
Bye.